with your transformations, but now a last pick can come on through and it will be the Karthus, and that is pretty good with things like the double AD carry.
But you don't have that much engaged. This is the problem now. You do so. Light uses the ult but blows the flash. You can see that Gala, if he E's aggressively, things get really difficult. That's kind of a picture of what can happen later. You need to cancel things. Tarzan getting the ult.
Oh, big damage. The Pyroclasm coming across, bounces off Gala. No more there. Tarzan misses the Q, or rather Gala misses the Q onto Tarzan. Let me get my statements correct. Headbutt, pulverize, turnaround is solid, but I think we're still going to see a dead Alistar. I understand the attempt, and over comes Weiwei. They can still play this one out. Tarzan, remember, down the flash, will likely die here unless Crisp can do a lot of work. Gala gets that one. Now Crisp is in danger, flashes out himself. The slow from the Make It Rain is coming on through, but I don't think Misfortune can throw enough money at this one. The Queen of Bilgewater cannot help Leona as Weiwei picks that one up.
Light was pushing the wave and isn't there to help Weibo when they look for that skirmish in the Tri-Brush. After this point, they'll also be able to reset in time for the grubs on top side once they've also hit level 6, importantly, on Hung. LNG, this is a great reprieve for them. It felt like Weibo very prominent in this early game. It's a good sign for LNG. You know, we have praised Weibo, and we'll see whether Weibo is going to get caught out here. He's dead.
There's no way out, no flash, no hope for that one, and Xiao, who has not donated the kill because the burn from Tarzan takes it.
Hey, at least one of them gets it. 8 stun from Tarzan. If that hits, that is a very dead Corki. Not to be the case, though. Dragon going to be started from LNG. Herald taken by Weibo. No Ziggs in this game for the hyper kind of Herald push, but you still have good tower destroying potential with the 6 grubs and the Gnar, the Misfortune, great ability to kill towers. Teleport in towards that bot side. Scout's done this before. He will just sometimes teleport to his top laner's lane to make sure they break open the map. This feels like a uniquely Scout thing to do. However, it's left this mid lane open, and as we said, very good tower damage coming through from the Misfortune, particularly if there's a wave there. You can see that Weiwei just looking to poke out the whole team with his first strike ultimate at that point.
Yeah, and he'll get him some gold, of course. With the Blackfire Torch completed as well, always feels nice. There's a lot of no vision though, and that means Hung's in danger. Crisp gets damage down onto Hung, who flashed over the wall. Headbutt afterwards, can't quite headbutt far enough away though. And it will still be a dead cow and steaks for breakfast for Weibo Gaming.
Look, one of those burns was going to kill him. Chris still has his ult. It's on to Weiwei.
Oh, that's a brutal one. The bullet time comes on through. The culling afterwards, not that great as Tarzan. Looking to get something more. Gala sidesteps the Pillar of Flame, but the tier 1 will likely fall in mid lane. Scout now here. Maybe Weibo have overstepped. The Wall of Pain is solid, but they're going to continue to shove towards this mid lane. Gala with no mana and the burn off that conflagration, taking Gala down so low. Now Scout's in danger. Remember, has no flash, goes down as well. And Weibo continue the snowball.
LNG can't find the retreat. They use a load of their mobility spells to get out of these quick picks, but there's so many greedy passing going back towards that mid lane, and yes, end up getting really caught out. Scout ends up just, again, really pathing himself, trying to get some wave play maybe on the back minions. If he gets one big rocket, it clears them out. Yeah. So that's what he's doing. He's afraid of the 6 grub push onto the mid lane in a turret, but it's a step too far. He's used his flash, he's used his Valkyrie, dies for it. Good punish.
Hung now in danger, goes forwards, headbutts Light away, trying to find an escape. Does manage to get out of dodge for now. Gala gets a decent true shot barrage across a couple. Tier 2 in the top lane though, now under siege from Weibo Gaming. Gala left alone under this turret, could be in danger of Crisp engaging.
Crisp, another player which has had, look, we could say this about a lot of players on both teams. It means
all the outer turrets down. They've managed to get another couple kills. The map is getting very small for our LNG, and we know that the likes of Karthus, who don't get access to farm, feel increasingly miserable. Hung caught again, burned out in seconds, trying to put down some vision around the spawn of the Baron, and then this river dies pretty cleanly to Tarzan. It's now 4-1-2 on the brand.
Tarzan is going to be really scary. He is one of the best brands in the Isle. If they are hitting training dummies at level 16, yeah, they're going to do a hell of a lot of damage. I find it so hard to believe that they'll be able to do that. At this point, they would have loved to get Dragon, like, soul
intensive, and her mana pool is very small.
That's very true, actually, yeah. So anyway, she's going to get herself to that one, starting up the Baron. Again, Breathe pushing in bot side, trying to force maybe the teleport out of Scout. Breathe is in a teleport position. He's coming in, and he's in a very dangerous position for Weiwei.
Oh my days, this could be a pretty scary. Hang on, hold on, Weiwei gets stunned up. That's actually bad damage. Baron is secured, though, by Weibo Gaming nonetheless. Now, the Breathe on the Gnar, trying to back away, doing as much as he can to get out of dodge. Xiaohu in danger, manages to relentless pursuit over the wall. Somehow, some way, Weibo Gaming are retreating towards the other side of the map. In comes the ultimate from the Karthus. Will stop Crisp's regenning with the Warmogs. Breathe and Mega still being slowed, still in a potentially dangerous position. And Weibo have got the Barons. I think they just need to get out of here with all the members attacked.
Yeah, LNG, they were starting to get a team fight which looked okay for them. A split fight where Gala could start eating forwards. So Baron on 5 members for Weibo. They do lose a turret. However, Weibo, they don't have to immediately reset. Misfortune very quick at running across the map, goes immediately into mid lane. So even though LNG get the final tower of the outer ring from Weibo, they're losing inner towers, so they're going to lose themselves the Baron gold and then the inner turret gold beyond this point. The overall cross map works out, of course, in favor of Weibo.
The gold lead was beginning to neutralize somewhat, but now LNG going to lose another dragon. They're going to lose the Baron in a really solid place now.
Yeah, I was wondering whether they'd be able to rush this in time. They are with both Tarzan's burn and then, of course, Xiaohu coming through. Chris should just be fine. LNG, they're walking away with everything at this point. It took a little while to organize it. They get themselves the resets now, too. Breathe going forwards with Mega.
Nearly got that one there. Gets a fairly decent chunk. Flash away. Goes him over, and the Mega into the wall. It's brutal, but Breathe dies. The damage afterwards can still be big. Zucker just about alive. Karthus eventually goes down to his Pilotis passive, and the Requiem is solid. But look at the bullet time. Time for another grave.
Light gets himself finally that team fight participation. Gets the one. Realize that Light would be here so quickly. That means they have to flash back. Breathe does go too far. He tries to set up for the bullet time, doesn't quite manage to get to it, but even through that, Tarzan is in range to do the extra damage. The first part of the fight, I think, goes a lot better for LNG than expected, but the overstay into the long range damage in the second part.
And now the Lord Dominic's regards is in for this misfortune as well. That ultimate's going to hit even harder than it already was.
Zucker's on a flank. He has that flash. We did talk about flanking threats later on. Huge. Tarzan's caught.
That's a big moment. Tarzan, critical damage down. Crisp gets onto Gala, but Gala should still be able to run down this Leona. The damage at this point from the Ezreal pretty huge. Who needs engage when you can just do this on Ezreal? Gets enough autos, and that's another couple quick kills.
So, LNG managed to get some of those Baron buffs away. That's 3 out of 5 now gone, but it is still 6 grubs, and if one lane is left accounted for, it's going to be Weibo. Need to use that special glass for it. Scout, try to wave play. Scout has been really hard forced onto this game as well. I think that he had a good first game, but the second game he has been really had a target put on his back. So need to see whether he can, with his items, 3 items, get himself to a point where he can damage the front line in the right way. He's gone for the Lord Doms instead of the Fire Cannon. He wants to kill that Leon as best as possible. Hung is not tanky unless he has his ult running. You can see exactly what happens if he gets hit by a few autos and skill shots.
Does have them Warmogs at this point, so not going to be forced to retreat. Breathe, not a Mega yet. Crisp goes forward, slightly ugly positioning. Zucker now dangerous. Crisp has to flash away. Now the turnaround onto the red buff being started. Breathe looking for that Mega Gnar angle.
He is, and with Tarzan getting that W on target, see the damage coming through the bullet.
Soulflare wide.
Soulflare's wide, Hung going forward. Here it comes!
Ooh, Tarzan flashes on out now, Hung in danger himself. Breathe over the wall looking for an angle on in. Doesn't quite find it yet. Now goes looking, and Crisp will survive. Hung does not.
So it's only the one for none. Baron spawning in a minute, Dragon spawning in a minute, so it's not an immediate objective take. But what Weibo do with the sideline, the fact that Breathe has this winning matchup gives Weibo the chance to put LNG on a timer. They're burning down the Baron. Is it quick enough?
I think it might be. There's no way that Tarzan's getting in. He doesn't have a flash. The Solar Flare is solid. Can he get in there in time? It's going to be a smite fight. Does go down to Karthus. The damage afterwards pretty good, but Tarzan, dead, does get murdered by the true shot barrage. Crisp into the backline. Solid to go down. Rummer doesn't have the flash. Gets the set his blade down, but the damage afterwards is just so huge. What's for the Requiem, though? Murders a couple more. Zucker is here, but everyone else is pretty much dead.
Xiaohu on the brink of a quadra kill. Zucker trying to stop it, but he can't. Xiaohu back in form, back on the kill board. Quadra kill for the Lucian, second of our day.
Hangs up his crown in spring, picks it up in summer perhaps. A return to the throne in his brain. They get a huge amount of damage. They wipe the Baron. They've got 2 members they can shove in to try and end the game.
6 grubs, 280 carries effectively. The Gnar counts as mini. I think they can look for the game just like we saw on our first series of the day. Lucian, 6 grubs, huge kills in the team fight, looking to end things off. Hung trying to get a combo, maybe kill some minions.
Does manage to stun up Xiaohu, but the tower's still being tanked out. 10 seconds on Gala, 6 now on Scout. Trying to buy some damage. Hung being run down by Xiaohu. Needs to get his Warmogs up. Xiaohu will intend stake some turret shots. Not quite down. Is there a potential world where a teleport comes on through? No, there is not. The game still stands.
There is a teleport.
Here we go.
Through, but it's coming from Scout. He's going to kill Xiaohu in return. Flashing forward. Gets the kill. Scout kills his opposing number. Weibo don't end the game, but they do get themselves... Wait, they don't even get themselves the Baron.
They get the Baron, but everyone's dead.
Well, no one gets a Baron because LNG got it, and then they all... One of these carries goes into a good team fighting angle. I think LNG are going to be probably walking away with a couple of deaths on top of it. Need to find split fights, find someone where the carries can't follow up on the damage.
But the Lucian, the Misfortune don't have their flash. Could be problematic. Gala! It's gone!
He E'd forward and Weibo punish. Gala, the pentakill prince of game 1, goes down in such an important moment. LNG, there was nothing to fight over. Gala dies on at the worst possible time.
What has he done? A moment of madness and the game is over. That one just isn't it. There's a solar flare afterwards. Gets the slow onto Weiwei. In a 3v5, they must try and hold, but Misfortune unleashes her whole arsenal into the back line. Everyone is dead. It took them a moment or two longer, but Weibo Gaming even the series up.
Gala giveth, Gala taketh away. That game wasn't on.